What's up, everybody? Bootsy Greenwood here, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about why you can't create your own reality. It's not possible, and what you need to do instead, okay? So, in the West, we have a fascination with having to work really hard for things. I don't know where that comes from, bad thinking a long time ago, the Industrial Revolution, Henry Ford, I'm not real sure, but the paradigm is not working, okay? It's gonna be a little bit smarter to be somewhat lazy, right? Like, nature follows the path of least resistance. Water flows downhill. These things work the way they work. And what our problem is that we want to take credit for it, right? It's this ego thing where we're like, look what I did. I did this against all odds and all this stuff. And then it becomes a big deal, and that creates importance, right? And then importance creates balancing forces that knock you backwards. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So we got the whiteboard here. And I'll tell you what's going on. These are all different realities, okay? And realities are like, we are jumping realities. They're very close for the most, like we're this one, all the time. So basically, let's say that these are all different realities or lifelines that you could be on right here on this side of the board. And here's the one that you're on. Here's you, okay? This is you. Yep. You know you're going to be sexy, you know? That's true. All right, and I guess that's good for now. We're gonna go, you're gonna head, but you wanna get, so you're here on this lifeline, okay? Let's say this is, mediocre for you, and but you're not happy. You wanna get to this lifeline, which this lifeline represents you driving the car of your dreams. Let's say it's a Tesla, all right? Let's say that. Don't buy a Tesla, okay? If this is you, then you're kind of a douchebag. I'm sorry to tell you. They're just as bad for the environment as anything else. Anyway, that's fine. Whatever you want. If you want a Tesla, go for it. Get a Tesla. Okay? I don't care. I'm not tripping. All right? I'm playing. I'm feeling like Toofty today. You know? There's a little smack on the bottom. Just a little. All right. So you want to go from here to up here. Okay? That's the goal. All right? You don't want to go down here, and you don't want to stay here because that's boring. You're already there, right? So how do you get from here to here? Well, you have to appreciate things. Yep, big secret. You have to appreciate things. But you can't appreciate stuff that you don't have, right? You can't be like, I'm so grateful for this thing that I don't know what it's like to have it. Like, I don't know what it's like to drive a Tesla, for instance. So I can't be grateful for my Tesla, okay? Now, I can be grateful for the car I have, and I can also be grateful that I'm not on any of these other lifelines where my car's worse or even I don't have one, okay? So I need to be able to appreciate the first thing, and that's gonna help me to elevate to this next reality, right? That's higher and higher, and I'm gonna start navigating by becoming grateful and holding the vision up. Okay, so reality is a mirror. I am standing here and I've got my hands in the mirror like that. And the metaphysical side, or the other side of reality that's over here, right? I know that looks kind of weird, but that's supposed to be like this, right? Like, so I'm standing here and I'm holding my arms up like this, and here's the mirror of reality. I'm holding them up. It doesn't immediately take effect, but this eventually does reflect the reality that's here. So you have to hold that vision in mind, and you driving a Tesla, and you continue to hold that. God, what a terrible example. Anyway, so you continue to do that. You continue to be grateful for what you do have. Maybe your life starts to change, and it doesn't become as big of a deal to get the Tesla. And then ultimately you get to that reality where you're driving that particular car, whatever it is that you like, okay? And that's just a silly, really shallow example. But I want to talk a little bit about balancing forces real quick. So here's what happened. This is the right way to do this. I just showed you, like, okay, appreciate stuff. Hold that vision in mind, hold your arms up, continue to be grateful for what you have, and then continue to build your reality and hold that in mind. Take steps toward it. Like, if you need to get more money to get the Tesla, start taking strategic steps. Like, don't just sit back and not do anything, right? It's not law of attraction here. So we are taking action steps, and then we're going to navigate up that reality. Now, I believe you can snap in a little bit more quickly, but that's a bit of an advanced technique. No time in this video for that, but let's talk about balancing forces, okay? Now, let's say that you're on this lifeline, still the same lifeline that we started out on, and you want to get to this Tesla. But you didn't go the easy route, like up this reality or not. Instead, you had this big idea, man. And it is Tesla. Oh my God, dude. If I could just get a Tesla, whenever I get a Tesla, that's going to be the day. Or whatever thing it could be. It could be anything, okay? For me, it was validation, you know, like I thought I needed validation. So, you know, this is a better example because I don't want to get too personal. All right, so let's say I want a Tesla, and that's what you want, and it's a big deal. Well, you start to go up in reality, and something happens that knocks you off course. It doesn't go quite the way you thought it would. So you are like, dang it, man, you know, I hate my car. My car's stupid. It's a dumb car, and I don't want it anymore. And so you dip. You go, meow. As high as as excited as you were, that's how far you dip. So then you dip. So now you're down here in this reality. Okay, and this can happen like in waves, right? But then, you know, something else happens. You get a promotion at your job, and you're like, oh, good, I'm up here now. And you're almost there. You're almost to that Tesla. But then guess what happens? Something weird happens and you get laid off from your job. No! So you go all the way down here again, okay? And it's exhausting, and you feel it, all these emotions in the pit of your stomach, but you know what? You're determined that you're gonna get your thing no matter what anybody says. So you get back up and you get back up and you do finally get that thing. But man, look at all this. Look at all this excess potential. As much as you cared, as much as it mattered to you, is how much you dip and how much you go down whenever something doesn't go your way. And then now all of a sudden, you're like a manic depressive, but in fast forward. You're up, you're down. You're up, you're down. All you got to do is chill out, man, and put your arms up in the mirror and then get to that reality of that Tesla, okay? It's that simple. These balancing forces are very real. And if we ride the roller coaster of emotions, it's not really going to help us. Somebody once told me that a Ferrari is just a car in 2 weeks. If you make it just a car to begin with, it's just a car. And let me be something real honest with you. A Ferrari is just a car, like a Tesla or any other physical object. It ain't going to make you happy. But I'd much rather use this example than having to get too deep and personal about my own life. So that's going to do it for this episode. Stop creating reality and just pick one, dude. Pick one. You could choose any one of these. It doesn't have to be the Tesla one, okay? You could be more like a hipster, maybe drive a Volvo. I don't know. Maybe you fancy a Jeep. Anyway, thanks everybody for checking this video out. You can check me out all over the place at Bootsy Greenwood, patreon.com/Bootsy Greenwood, and gumroad.com/Bootsy Greenwood. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.